Good morning, and thank you for inviting me to be with you today. I'm pleased to be able to say a few words on behalf of the IPA, and I'm particularly happy to share my thoughts with you on the subject of your conference, Awakening the Giant in Women for the Growth of the Book Ecosystem. I'm so happy to speak on this subject, not simply because I'm a female publisher. More importantly, it's because as a publisher, seeing a publishing conference of this size dedicated to the future potential of female publishers means that the publishing world has clearly listened to the message of change, which has resonated throughout the challenges of this pandemic. The message is clear. Times have changed. We reside in a new era within our industry where innovative ideas are key growth drivers and where the survival of the quickest rather than the biggest or the strongest takes precedence. Those who are quick to adapt, quick to understand market changes, and quick to implement innovative ideas that suit the new world and the new normal are the ones who will create significant growth in their businesses and become significant players in our field. And women leaders in the industry, similar to other minorities, are now the X factor of the publishing world. Bringing more women into decision-making means that discourse at the highest level is going to change. It means that new perspectives will be heard. And it means also that a fresh new publishing world will see the light of day. And that's what we call resilience. More than ever, the publishing industry is realizing the pivotal role women play in ensuring its resilience and long-term sustainability. Despite monumental challenges due to the pandemic, women have been instrumental in supporting the homeschooling of millions of children, making sure engaging content reached global readers during lockdown and quarantine, and providing free access to research in order to fast-track the healthcare response to COVID. It is perhaps fitting that the International Publishers Association welcomed its first all-female leadership team to guide its post-COVID resilience and sustainability efforts. My comments today are informed by my engagements with women in publishing globally, in my capacity as a publisher, as IPA president, and as a member of the executive committee of the IPA Africa Publishing Innovation Fund. They are also informed by my work as a founder of Publish Her, which acts as an industry-wide call to action aimed at addressing entrenched gender imbalances through partnerships and purposeful action. In these various roles, my discussions with women in publishing across the globe have uncovered common, deep-rooted obstacles to progress, such as gender bias, pay differentials, lack of mentors, and difficulties in balancing life and career choices. Whilst we try to address the challenges women face to diversity and inclusion in the industry, it's also important to look at the root causes and see how girls are faring in education systems around the world, to try and ensure they are designed to produce our future publishers, our future doctors and astronauts. It's an accepted fact that the fallout from this pandemic has been particularly damaging for girls and women. For example, in Africa, as schools had to shut down in response to the pandemic, 250 million students had to transition to remote learning. And as African educational publishers struggled to embrace digital transformation, a significant number of remote learners dropped out of school. A high percentage of those students are girls. In addition, socio-cultural factors such as early marriage and domestic work means that a disproportionate number of African girls are unlikely to return to school. So the challenge before us is clear to everyone, and the solution lies in cooperation and solidarity at a global level. It also lies in bringing more awareness to the underlying issues by giving women platforms to tell their stories and make their voices heard. To this end, Publish Her launched a series of virtual conversations with leading female publishers called Unmasked. They spoke about their journeys, their struggles, and they shared their stories. We also launched a mentorship scheme featuring accomplished publishing executives such as Bibi Bakari Yusuf and Tabiso Mahlape. This mentorship program is designed to share wisdom and success stories with young female publishers to help guide their career progression. We all recognize that change is a process. It takes time and unwavering willingness to create new realities. It also takes the right tools to enable that change. This is why Publish Her recently launched a first-of-its-kind diversity and inclusion diagnostic toolkit. This important toolkit provides flexible, practical resources for publishing firms of all sizes to identify challenges, develop action plans, and build buy-in for progress. Such a tool is crucial to create more awareness and provide guidance to publishers who are willing to heed the message of change. But as we all know, tools remain simply tools, if not accompanied by concrete and decisive action. To unleash the full potential of women in publishing or otherwise, we must address the root causes, such as book accessibility, and the broader issue of keeping girls in education. We must also support the upskilling of educational publishers so that they can digitally transform their businesses and adapt to remote learning. This is true to Africa, as it is true for many regions in the world. And IPA is here to support. We are currently working on forming the IPA Academy, the publishing industry's first global online academy for workforce skills development. We also want to contribute to solving the challenges of diversity and inclusion at a global level through the International Sustainable Publishing and Industry Resilience Charter, or INSPIRE Charter for short, which among many other subjects addresses the empowerment of underrepresented voices in the publishing industry. So there is a movement, there is action, and most importantly, we can definitely say that a change in mindset is taking shape clearly. And before I close, I'd like to commend my dear friend Badega Adidapo and his team for choosing Awakening the Giant in Women for the Growth of the Book Ecosystem as a theme for this iteration of the Nigeria International Book Fair. Supporting this shift towards more gender balance is not unusual in African culture. In fact, several African and Southeast Asian cultures share some form of the proverb, "When sleeping women wake, mountains move." And based on my engagements with women publishers, educators, government officials, and students around the world, I can say with certainty that women have been and will continue to be at the forefront of developing the book ecosystem in Africa and across the world. Once again, thank you for the opportunity to share my thoughts with you today, and I wish you all the best. And I look forward to seeing you in person at the next iteration of the Nigeria International Book Fair. Thank you.